Hey, welcome back. So, I'm gonna record like a quick 5 minute preamble thing. Today, I'm gonna try these gummies. So, why am I doing this? This is a continuation of my Anthony tries stuff for the first time to feel more like a normal person. Because he doesn't feel comfortable trying things around people for the first time, but he feels comfortable doing it on YouTube. That's what I'm doing. I did alcohol, I did wine, and now I'm doing these THC gummies. I never did anything like that before. So I'm gonna try it, then I'm gonna take like a 30-minute break and eat dinner, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about something and we'll see what happens. So what I did was, I've already tried a half. So Laura, if you're watching, I tried a half to see if it would affect me at all, and it didn't. I tried half of one of these, and am I allowed to show this on YouTube? Who cares? I mean, it's legal. I bought it on the internet, and they just like send it to you. They don't even ask for ID. It's crazy. So I tried a quarter first, then I tried a half. I mean, I don't even know if there's anything in this. I think the fact that this is kind of like mass produced now, it's more regulated, which is a good thing. So like, I think sometimes people think about like, oh, don't be careful with these THC things because you don't know. I mean, you can't eat the whole thing, obviously. You can't eat the whole thing all at once, but like the people selling you this, they mass produce these, they're more regulated. You're not buying it from like the 15-year-old behind the Walgreens or something. Where you don't know really what you're getting. Here, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna eat it. They're pretty sour. They're sour blueberry. Actually doesn't taste that bad. I'm not expecting to feel anything for like a half an hour, so that's what I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna come back. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. Hopefully I look less pale because I just took a shower. Okay, bye. Hey, welcome back. It's been about 45 minutes. I don't feel anything, obviously. I mean, we knew that would happen, right? I can't take two. It says right here, 5 milligrams of THC, 25 milligrams of CBD. I can't eat another one. I can't do that. Yeah, I can't eat more. I can't risk that. I could probably do another one, but and I kind of want to because they taste pretty good. Oh, and here's a teaser for next week. Guess what I bought? Yo ho ho! It's a bottle of rum. So I'm gonna drink that next week. And it actually smells like not bad. So I think I might be able to drink this one. You know what it smells like? It smells like paint. It's like paint thinner. Okay. My idea today was to not talk about THC, and I picked a topic that I talked about in my Let's Plays a couple of days ago, where I was kind of like, it's kind of like a pretty negative note, and I was pretty frustrated. So I thought like, oh, the THC might make you mellow. That would be a good way to see like, because I'm like frustrated with like this note. So if I'm like, ooh, I don't care, man, then it's like, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe just like drugs don't affect me. I have a superpower. I have the world's lamest superpower. So we've been reading this book in our book club, and I'll do a legit like talk next week about it. But yeah, this thing keeps coming up like the past couple weeks for me. I'm having a lot of trouble relating to other people who have social anxiety. Like this book is all about social anxiety. And every single example in the book is just super frustrating because it's like, this one guy came to therapy and he's like, I have social anxiety with my wife. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And like, oh, this person came to me and I have social anxiety with my girlfriend. What? Like, these are normal people. So here's my thing. Every time I keep reading this, like, this is how I feel. The book seems to be for people who are awesome and have trouble realizing it. There's an example of this guy named Diego who's a med student. And I'm like, Diego, the med student, just needed more confidence. But wait, how did Diego get into med school, right? He must have had a million interviews and friends and extracurriculars and a girlfriend. So the social anxiety couldn't have been that bad. So he just needs to remember how awesome he is and he'll be fine. That's not me. I'm not normal like Diego. I know this isn't true, but like in my brain there are these two categories of people with social anxiety. There's like the normal people who have social anxiety, like Diego, and there was like an example of this couple going to meet, like this guy is going to meet his girlfriend's parents. He's like, I'm really nervous. And then she gives an example of like how he dealt with that. So like there's those kinds of people who are normal and have social anxiety, and then there's me who's never had a friend, never like done anything with people ever, and so like I'm can't like relate to these people, and I'm like, okay, is this book just for that first category of like normal people who just need to remember that they're cool, or is it also for me, who like people who aren't cool and can be, by cool I mean like a normal person. I don't know, like you're nice to people and you go out and you do things with people and you're like, hey, let's have some fun together. I don't know, should I mix these two together? I don't know. But yeah, that's the frustrating thing to me. She gives like 10 examples so far, and every single example is like, oh, me and my best friend went to this thing and I was nervous. Okay, that's not me. Me and my wife got divorced. Okay, that's not me. Oh, me and my son, or, well, it's not me. We're doing something really cool. We're having a Q&A with this lady in our book club, Ellen Hendrickson. Sadie put that together, which was really cool. And she's like, you can ask questions. So I sent her a question. Okay, so this is going to be my question to Ellen Hendrickson that I asked. I'm having a problem recently viewing myself as normal. I know in the books she specifically says something like, no, you're not the special exception, this is for you too. But then I hear examples she gives and I'm like, yeah, that person is normal, so this stuff works on him, but I'm not normal. For example, in the Jim story, he was able to connect with Dina and talk to her because he was married and got divorced, which are normal things. That was the way Jim connected with her, but if he didn't have those shared experiences, he just stayed at home all the time, Dina would have been weirded out by him, and they wouldn't have been able to connect. I feel like that's my problem. I don't know how to break into the normal world because you need to be normal to connect with normal people. If you don't have any friends or family or kids or anything, you don't have those shared common experiences to relate to people. Yeah, I guess this is my question, sorry. How do I convince myself that I'm normal and that this book can apply to my life too? Thank you. I mean, it's a good book, and that's like the only thing that's coming up that's like, oh, I don't like that. So like if you have social anxiety, you should read the book. It's a good book. But that's just been coming up a lot recently, of just like, how do I break into the normal world if I don't have any normal experiences? Like, oh, I should talk to somebody about how I've never had a girlfriend ever, and like never talked to a girl in my entire life, pretty much. Like, wow, how am I supposed to relate to other people? My parents have a dog. Oh, let's talk about your parents' dog. Okay. I mean, but I don't really want to do that. Should I just take a swig of this? I keep looking at it, and it keeps looking back at me. Oh, now I feel better. You're probably not allowed to mix these two things. It's just frustrating because it kind of feels like maybe Ellen doesn't fully understand, like, the depths of social anxiety for me. I mean, I don't know about anybody else's experience, but like, yeah, not having friends, never being able to connect with anybody. I mean, I don't know if I've ever like said this out loud because it sounds so lame, but like, I don't know. I'm in a never been kissed situation. Like, that's the kind of depths that we're talking about. And that's like weird, right? I'm not normal. This book is like good, but there's a part of it that just seems like it's for like, it's like kind of very sunshiny and like, oh, it's kind of for teenage girls that'll be like, you're nervous about raising your hand and talking to the quarterback? Do this and you'll be okay. But like, what about the people like me who are old and weird and had suicidal thoughts, almost killed themselves? I mean, I didn't almost kill myself, but like, what about those people though? I mean, people with social anxiety kill themselves. This book is it for them? How is doing these things gonna get you out of those depths? I know how this book obviously can help you if like you're Jim and like you've had a family and you have a job and like now you're kind of a little socially anxious when somebody walks and sits next to you. Like, that guy's gonna be fine. He probably doesn't even need this book. Like, how is that for me, a person who can't ever talk to people? I mean, I was kind of proud because part of the book is to, like, you gotta take small steps if you wanna be more outgoing or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I did. I started doing the voice memos, then I started doing YouTube, and then I started doing videos, then I did improv. It's kind of like the progression. Also, therapy's in there somewhere. Like, I started really small and I was able to work myself up, even though, like, if you wanted me to do improv like a year ago, I would have. But you know, another thing that made me sad is and also happy. This will be my sad happy thing for this week, and then I'll end, I guess. How much time did I? My new favorite band, The Midnight, released a new album, and their first song is called Golden Gate, and seems to be about like the main guy, Tyler, getting married and having kids and being with his friends. And I was just like, oh my god, I wasted my entire life. That made me feel sad. I mean, the entire album makes me happy, but every time I listen to that song, I'm like, you're nobody. You wasted it. Time will come and shift its weight to laugh lines, Rusney's birthday cakes, and when I die, I'll see your face in a sundress on a Saturday. I guess it just feels sad, like it's possible that that would never happen. For me, and the whole point of the song is like that's the meaning of life, pretty much. When I die, I'll see your face. When I die, what am I gonna see? Zelda. I don't know. Yeah, it's not fun to think about, and the THC isn't making me more mellow. Should I take another one? I can't do it. Well, maybe next week we'll take 2 or something. 2 and call me in the morning. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for your comments. Colton and Laura, I'm sure we're the only ones this week, probably. Thanks for that. And I'm sorry if this was boring. I got the munchies. Oh, I got the munchies. I almost just did CBD, and that wouldn't have done anything. This actually does have THC, but it's only 5 milligrams. I'll just look it up. Experts recommend starting off with 2.5 milligrams, which is 1/2 of the research standard. That's a lot. Is 100 milligrams a lot? Okay, so there's this nice chart of how much you should take. I don't know if you can see it, but so 1 milligram to 2.5 milligram. Mild pain relief, stress, anxiety, and other symptoms improved. Improved focus. Oh, I thought it impaired your focus. Who's it for? First-time consumers. 5 milligrams, that's what I took. Hunger, symptom relief, euphoria, may impair coordination and alter perception. It's for recreational consumers, restless sleepers. I'm going to take 10 milligrams next time. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep going up until I feel something. 20 milligrams, very strong euphoria, likely to impair coordination. Consumers with significant I shouldn't have a THC tolerance though. If you do 100 milligrams, seriously impair coordination, cause unpleasant side effects including nausea, pain, and rapid heart rate. Use it for patients living with cancer. Like that's what you hear when people get paranoid and stuff. They just took too much. They took 50 milligrams. You'd have to take 10 of these to even get to that threshold. You'd have to take the whole thing pretty much for 100 milligrams. So yeah, I just gotta take more. Okay. Maybe this wasn't the THC video. I'm just showing you like regression. Try it next time. I'll do 2 more or something. Or I could just keep doing it until I feel something and then I'll just start recording tomorrow. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.